Hey everybody, so I thought it was definitely time for another healthy recipe video. So I am going to be showing you how to make baked cinnamon apples. This is a very easy, quick, and low-calorie recipe. It's 0 points on Weight Watchers. There's no sugar and no mess, no fuss, so here's what you need. You need a bunch of apples. You can just do one or you can do many. I like making a bunch because everyone in the house loves these, and I probably eat a couple a day because it's the best snack. You will also need a cutting board and a sharp knife. And lastly, you will need a baking pan or tray lined with foil or parchment. Next thing you want to do is wash all of your apples and then cut them up. And I know a common question that a lot of people have is what exactly is the proper way to cut an apple? I used to work in a high-end confectionery shop, and one of my jobs was to make very fancy caramel apples and then cut them for people. So this is the proper way to cut an apple, and I'm using my largest one here to illustrate this. So what you want to do is lay the apple down stem side up, and then you are going to make kind of like a tic-tac-toe type of incision pattern here. So you estimate how far out the core goes, which will probably be about here, and then just make a straight cut downwards like that, and you have one large piece that falls off. Now you want to do the same thing on the other side. So I turn the apple, and then I'm going to estimate how far out the core is going to come, and I cut down straight. Another chunk falls away. I do this 2 more times. And last time this is a bit of a difficult shape to work with, so I lay it down this way, and you can see the core. Phone's ringing. Straight cut downward, and what you're left with is a rectangular box-shaped core. And if there are sizable meaty chunks around the end, I can cut those off and use them in this recipe because they get nice and crispy, and nobody likes waste. So I can cut those off and put them on my baking tray. So after you have your apples sliced up and put onto baking trays, you want to sprinkle them with cinnamon. You can use as much or as little as you like. I like these to be quite spicy, so I'm generous with it. And then what I do is I just wiggle them around in the bits of cinnamon that have fallen in between the slices, just to make sure that the cinnamon is as evenly distributed as possible, but don't expect a lot because it's a powder and not very easy to control. So I stick them in the oven, and I generally put them at gas mark 4 to 6, somewhere in between there. And they take, I don't know, 10 to 20 minutes until they're done, but it really depends on your oven. So I'll see you when they're ready. So I've taken the apples out of the oven, excuse me, and put them into 2 bowls. And as you can see, they've shrunken down a little bit and dehydrated. But not dehydrated to the point where they're apple chips. Sorry, my voice. You can enjoy them as is, or they're really nice with a bit of yogurt or creme fraiche if you're okay with eating dairy. And like I said, this is a no-mess recipe, so after you have the apples off the foil or parchment can just be thrown away, and your baking trays should be perfectly clean. So yeah, enjoy!